Welcome to episode 64 of Family Life Mornings. We are a morning radio show hosted by Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. Our podcast, well, some of the most memorable moments of the week.
Toast.
What is it about toast? Find out. It's coming up.
A little serious, a little silly, a perfect balance to start your day. Family Life Mornings.
Okay, sweet corn this time of year. It's getting delicious. Randy, I think you're a big fan of local
I
sweet
love
corn,
sweet
right?
corn, yes.
Yeah, you could do a whole dozen on your own, right?
I could.
Well, have you ever cooked your corn in a buttery milk bath?
No.
They
About
say,
yourself. Sorry.
They
No.
say this will be the most delicious corn you've ever had. About 4 cups of water, a cup of milk, and a whole stick of butter. Ooh. And you boil about a half dozen ears of corn in that. So milk and water and butter. You know what, Steve? That would make an excellent bath for a person, right?
Well, hello there, sunshine. Welcome to Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy.
The kids have their own national spelling bee contest, and they spell words I've never heard of.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't even come close to getting correct. But a Minnesota woman's spelling ability is even more impressive. In 1 minute, Pale Anand spelled 56 words backwards.
Ooh.
It was a random list of words, and in 60 seconds, Pal knocked out 56 of them backwards, and she can also pronounce the words backwards as well. So I don't know about you, but I just think Ganizamistath.
What do you say?
I don't know.
That's amazing. Backwards.
Sorry.
I was going to go with something like wow.
The same forward or backwards.
While you're packing your lunch, they're packing your mornings with a whole lot of fun. It's Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Sometimes when we are at restaurants, and it's been a while probably since we've been to them, but we place our order and we think we're clear in what we order, but sometimes it's not so clear to the person taking the order. For instance, one lady ordered chicken on her pizza, and her dish came back with a whole chicken on top of her pizza. Not quite what she had in mind. And then another lady ordered tacos, and she asked for sour cream on the side. Well, instead of getting a little dish of sour cream, each taco had sour cream smeared on the side of the shell.
Hard.
Be careful how you order. Make it clear.
Right.
Steve, Terese, and Randy, friends you can turn to on Family Life Mornings.
Roses are red, violets are blue. It doesn't have to rhyme because it's bad poetry.
Oh, that's right. It's Bad Poetry Day on Family Life.
Oh,
that's
dear.
right. That's right.
I was hoping you'd forget.
Oh, well, no.
I told you yesterday it was bad poetry day today.
Yeah.
I'm always prepared. I'll match yours almost. Let's see. Roses are red. At least some of them are. My prayer is that you're safe today while driving your SUV.
My name is Carol. I live in Columbia Crossroads, Pennsylvania.
Thank you, and welcome to Family Life's Bad Poetry Day. What do you have for us?
Mary had a little lamb. His fleece was black as soot, and everywhere that Mary went, his sooty-footy put.
That's actually pretty good. That's going to have to hold off till pretty good poetry day.
cute.
That's right. I know.
That was always one of my favorites that my brother told me. He lives in Massachusetts. Don't get to see him much. One of those relationships that you can pick up the phone and talk after months and months, and it doesn't make a difference yesterday.
What's his first name?
Clark.
My brother is Clark. He lives in Massachusetts. I don't get to see him much. Rats.
Now that's that.
That is bad poetry.
It's hard to rhyme with Massachusetts.
If you can't say it in front of your kids, you won't hear it on Family Life Mornings.
Well, I saw this blog online. I knew I had to click it. What was the biggest snack trend the year you were born? Ooh. I mean, who doesn't love snacks? And it's like, oh, I want to see, from the year. So I'm clicking through. I get to my year. Granola. Really? Granola? This is why I'm not honest about my age,
What do you want?
1983, Skittles. 1988, Hershey Kisses. Nobody wants to be born in the granola year. So I posted it on our Family Life Mornings Facebook page. Mariah got a great answer. Ice cream. Hello. Connie got Pop-Tarts. Josie got Chips Ahoy. I mean, there's some great snack foods.
Did you look up? I'm tempted to look up my year that I was born because it was.
What would you guess?
Toast. Bars of barley.
No, I checked it. I checked it out for
what
you.
Was it?
Fruitcake. The original.
The original. That's where it all started.
Yeah, the year you were born.
You'll always wake up on the right side of the bed when you start your day with Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life. A friend you can turn to.
My name is Terry, and I live in Brookville.
Okay. All right, to be or not to be, were you a B student?
I was an A student.
Oh, you might be too smart for this. All right. The goal is just to get a B. So we're going to give you 5 questions. We're not going to tell you if you're right until the end, like when we grade your paper. But if you get 4 of them right, you win, okay?
Okay.
All right. We start in literature. In The Wizard of Oz, what color were Dorothy's shoes?
Red.
In sports, what sport was played on the moon?
Oh, my. I don't know. Basketball?
In music, in the popular Christian hymn, what is amazing?
Grace.
In history, who was the second president of the United States?
Abraham Lincoln. I don't know.
And in pop culture, what does the texting acronym LOL stand for?
Laugh out loud.
Well, you got 3 out of 5. Told you A students couldn't play this game. By the way, the second president of the United States was John Adams, and the sport that was played on the moon, Steve or Randy, do you know?
Golf.
It was golf. Yeah.
Golf?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See what you've learned today? Isn't this amazing?
I did. I learned something.
This is going to be great because I'm sure this is going to come up in conversation today. So when you're talking about which president played golf, you'll be able to
on the moon.
On the
right.
moon.
It was Abraham Lincoln. You're just too smart for us. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
When you wake up with Family Life, you get the encouragement you need to start the day.
Make us say wow in order to win. So can you do it?
My name is Vicki, and I live in Spring Creek, PA.
Go ahead.
When I was 2 years old, I followed my dad out when he was leaving for work. Well, he ran over me, and he didn't know it till he heard me crying. And I had blood coming out of my eyes, nose, and mouth, and he put me in the vehicle, and he took me to the hospital, and he prayed to God that if his daughter would live, that he would give his life to God. And he just passed away on the 4th of July, and he did do that. And when he left me at the hospital and had to go to work, and when he came back, they said they couldn't find anything wrong.
Wow. I mean,
oh, you did it.
You made me say wow.
That's amazing.
That is. Wow.
Of course, my kids disagree with that prognosis.
Well, thanks for sharing that encouragement and the strength and the mercy of the Lord. Wow.
He was a godly man till he just passed. So, and I thank God that I had a little bit to do with that.
Steve, Terese, and Randy. Because you can never have enough friends. We're Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Terese, we know you have a couple of dogs. Randy and I both used to have dogs. We don't anymore. I know Audrey and I, every time we see a commercial now that has like a little puppy, we're like, oh,
yeah,
looks kind of cute, and you wonder. And then you wonder about a little pocket-sized hippo.
There is such a thing.
That's what maybe not. But how cute are these? They're actually skinny pigs. And I'll describe this, and you give your reaction. A skinny pig. They're hairless guinea pigs that look like little pocket-sized hippos. True story.
So cute.
See?
Yeah.
Oh, Randy, why don't you get a few?
Cute.
Let us know how it
and
goes.
then, you can also make little sweaters for them because without hair, they get a little cold.
Oh, exactly. Yes. Yeah, these cool nights. Yeah, nothing worse than a cold, hairless
Pocket
guinea
hippo.
pig that looks like a little hippo. I've heard that saying so many times.
Music? Check. News? Check. Encouragement? Check. Yep, we're ready to start the day. Family Life Mornings.
There's a food that everybody loves, like pizza or macaroni and cheese, but you just are like, ew, who's this?
My name is Debbie, and I live in Pennville, New York. You are not going to believe this, but bacon.
Wow.
What? You're the one.
I know.
We'll be praying for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Cuba, and my name's Rebecca.
Okay, what's that food that you hate everybody else seems to like?
Celery.
Huh.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
okay.
I mean, celery's okay. It doesn't have a lot
It's a
of things.
great dipping food.
How about celery with peanut butter?
Yuck. I just can't take celery.
Okay.
Celery with
All right.
dip.
All right.
All
Celery
right.
with anything. Gotcha. Okay.
Celery with chicken wings? You don't like any of it, huh?
Hi, I'm Betsy from Towanda.
Betsy, what's that food you hate most everybody likes?
I do not like spaghetti.
Wow, spaghetti. That's interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I could see because when you slurp it, it gets
Right.
like all over your face and everything.
Or when you take a big bowl of it and dump it on your little brother or little sister. That's not fun either.
If it's too early for you to start thinking about real life, it's okay. You can hang out with us as long as you want.
This is Family Life Mornings.
Concerns me a little bit. If you're a pizza fan, you'll be concerned a little bit as well. The number one favorite topping of a pizza nationwide, besides the obvious cheese that goes on it, may
Yes.
not surprise you. There's pepperoni. Pepperoni is the number one. I love pepperoni. I did not know this, but there's a bit of a pepperoni shortage in a way. Pepperoni prices are rising and the supply is less, so it's a problem. Small pizza shops around the U.S. are kind of in a bind because they don't have as much pepperoni. But I think I can solve the problem. As you guys know, I'm not much of a gardener, but I'm going to go to the store today and I'm going to ask the person there, because I don't know much about gardening, I'm going to ask for some pepperoni seeds and grow my own pepperoni in the backyard, because I'm going to put them in the...
No, it doesn't work that way, Steve.
What do you mean?
Well, pepperoni comes from like beef and pork.
I'm going to need a bigger backyard.
You know we're friends because we're already on a first-name basis. It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Terese, and Randy from Family Life, a friend you can turn to.
Time for a tip from Terese. These are always great. I always learn something.
When your bolognese goes bad,
Who?
your meat sauce, like when you make a pasta sauce with meat in it, it's kind of got a little oil content to it, and
Right.
you get done,
Right.
and that plastic dish you stored it in is kind of orangey, like
yeah.
a little greasy, and you can't get it out, and you
never
try
get
all
that.
and you
Right.
put it in the dishwasher even,
Right,
and it's
yeah.
still.
Nothing.
Well, here is a tip I found from TikTok. It's a TikTok tip from Terese. Okay, so you put a little bit of dish soap in there with some warm water, and then tear up some paper towel pieces.
Okay.
And you put them in the dish and put the lid on, and then you put on a really good song and you shake it for like a minute.
Really?
There's something about the paper towel in with that dish soap that will absorb the grease from the side, and when you get done, you take it out, you dump everything out, it'll be totally clean.
Wow.
So, but there's two big factors: the torn up paper towels,
Okay.
and then a really good song,
Okay.
and then shaking it.
Okay, good. And then, but you also have to have someone in the house with a video camera just to get
Right.
the phone and take a picture of you dancing.
A video's good, yeah.
Make sure
yeah,
the
yeah.
lid is sealed, too.
Oh, excellent point.
Or if it's not, you'll go viral, right?
A new day, a new start, a God who never changes. You're waking up with Family Life Mornings.
So you've probably heard that there's a new cookie about to hit the market, and it tastes like French toast. I believe they called it the Toast-Yay. But I got to tell you, I am still waiting for somebody to come out with one of my all-time favorite cookies, and it hasn't happened yet.
Really? So you have one?
I
Okay.
do,
All right,
yeah.
go ahead.
Chipless chocolate chip cookies.
So
Just
you like the
make
brown sugar and the flour and the
cookie.
butter? Yeah.
Well,
yeah, yeah.
who doesn't?
Right. All that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terese, do you have an idea for your cookie?
Well, I like all the cookies, so I would like the Double Choco Oatmeal Snicker PB Gingerbread Molasses Calorie-Free Crinkle.
We know you have lots of choices. Thank you for picking Family Life Mornings.
Can't remember their name. Oh, it's happened to all of us at one
Yes.
time or another. So I guess you have three main options. You can still go with the, hey there, buddy. And there's one.
It doesn't work as much for women.
Well,
hey,
you know
girl.
what I mean. Yeah, that's one of those things.
Yeah.
Or you can just go to functions that have name tags. Or you could do like you've been doing since March, just stay home. There's three options, but let's get realistic. Let's just
Okay.
get realistic and try to get something solved this morning. Let me take you through a little exercise. I don't think anything could go wrong here. Go through my head. We're gonna pretend. I'm gonna tell you what's going on in my head
A voyage through the brain of Steve.
as we try to remember names and give you. Now, repetition's okay. Let me give you an example. I'm going to use Randy as an example. Let's say I've never met Randy before ever in my life, and I meet him, and he comes in. Now, again, he says his name's Randy Snavely, so I could just repeat it in my head, Randy Snavely, and that's okay, but some people just aren't very good at memorization.
Right.
So what you have to do is you have to make a connection with something. Make a connection when you meet the person. So Randy, in my head, I'm going, Randy rhymes with Sandy. Okay, so Sandy. And then make a word picture, make something going on in your head. Make it really alive and vivid. So Sandy, what's that? The beach. Sandy, beach.
Are you picturing
Snavely.
Randy at the beach?
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Randy, Snavely, snake. Okay, Sandy and snake. Okay, Sandy, Randy, Snavely, Snavely, snake. Okay, there he goes. And then we disappear, and then all of a sudden we come back, and then all of a sudden I want to introduce this person who I just met, but I've had this imagery going on in my head. It's very entertaining.
I can't wait.
Here's my friend. Here's my friend Sandy Python. No. Hey, buddy.
They're here to wake you up, pick you up, and lift you up. Steve, Terese, and Randy on Family Life. A friend you can turn to.